Hello and welcome to SimForce Racing with round 3 of the Race Wars series at Brands Hatch. It is your host Joe Marnie and I'm very pleased to be here for this one. It's a pretty exciting round 2 at Spa. That was plenty of action, especially on lap 1, and the drivers will be hoping to get through the start of this one cleanly. So we're just waiting for this final practice session to count down. It is on the last few moments. The timer is at 0 and we'll get stuck into the round. So it'll be a 20-minute session. The first 10 minutes will be the silver drivers, second 10 minutes the pro drivers. As the last few cars are tidying up for this. There's a couple of cars just finishing off their hot laps. Pretty good conditions here. Clear sky. Track temp at 26 degrees will work out pretty well for these drivers. As we've just ticked over. As we watch Patrick DeBow head out on track. He's the championship leader, the silver class, at this stage. It's been pretty consistent. We're looking for a good result here. So we'll just jump on board with him and follow him around on this on his out lap. Just sets off on his first flying lap. It's just a bit wide of the apex into one. He has run wide and he's got the sand. I think that lock. Still cold tyres. Getting those up to temp. This lap being validated, or has been validated, so he's still hustling. As Hart has had a moment at turn 1. He's got going again here. He's got DeBow coming up behind him. So Tillery's the first to set a lap with a 26.8. And Russo goes quicker with a 26.2. So these laps will start coming down now. With a 26.6 for Calico. Look at some of these relatives here. So tough a second, 6/10. Just waiting for some more times. Raymer as Figuero just sets a time. It's a bit off a pace with 34.2. Oh, DeBow runs wide again. It's a bit of a handful, that car at the moment. It's thrown up a few purple sectors, but interesting to see how he finishes this one off. And he goes quickest. He was purple in all sectors apart from the last, so it shows a bit of a sign that he's a bit wayward at the end. That was Hart having a moment in the background there. And he's just held up Tillery, who was in his lap. So Russo's about to go quickest. This is a great time. He does go. It's pretty tight at the top. He just goes quicker than DeBow. Less than a tenth in it between those two. So Russo throws up the purple final sector. The difference with the personal bests here. So Russo's going quicker again. There is time to head back to pits and come out again. Raymer goes quicker with a 25.3. This is super tight at the top here. There's about a second gap between DeBow and Figuero. Raymer has just lost a bit of time through that middle sector. He was about 7/10 up. Oh, sorry, Russo is 6/10 up at this point. He's going to go quicker here. This is a great lap from him. And he does a 25 flat. As Figuero has a moment somewhere on track. Hart is off at turn 1 again. He hasn't set a time. He's struggling to get that car through that sector. Tillery's on a pretty good start to this lap. He's 8/10 up, so we just follow this so he finishes this one off. Using all the track. Raymer and DeBow are both going quicker. They're trading purple times here as Raymer goes quickest with the 24. What's DeBow going to do here? DeBow goes quickest, 24.9. Tillery sets his time. That's just a good effort from him. That moved him up into 4th with a 25.8. So less than a second off pole. But Raymer is going quicker again here. Still with more time for another lap. Russo's thrown up a yellow. He's actually in the fence, so that might be it for him. Although there should be time to get out. He's going to be quick though. His times might be up to 10. This has been a solid lap again by Raymer. It's less than... it's just under 300ths of a second between himself and Debo. Is he going to have enough to get there? I don't think he will. He does have a chance for another lap. He was a 10th slower than the pole time on that lap. That's how tight it is between those two. I don't think he's going to be going again. Just note this is for silver class. Debo is on another lap here. As Debo is still throwing up. Purples, can he finish off this lap? Oh, I think he's actually invalidated this lap. He's going to go quicker, but it's not going to count, unfortunately. No, unfortunately it doesn't. That was a 24.5, so great performance from him. So he's the quickest out of the silver drivers as the pros head out on track now. There's a big train of cars here now. We're on board with Pena here. He's be the first one to set out on his flying lap. In the Puerto Rico Esports, as Debo set another lap then. I'm not sure that would have counted, or that should count, but he actually ended up going quicker. So he has the pace in him, that's for sure. So we get some of the times through from the pro drivers, but Saldana would be one to watch. Same with Pena and Cruz. There we go, the first lot of fast laps. Trangizi goes quickest with a 24.4. Pena with a 24.49, and he's already 3/10 up going through turn 1, so he's on it. Cruz said 24.9. Just goes to show how quick that time of DeBose was. And Raymer, so Raymer's mixing it with these pro drivers as well. Pena is up 3/10. Cruz is up half a second. Tranghese can't quite stay with him on this lap, so he's down to 10th as Pena is pulling away further. It's half a second that he's up at this point of the circuit. Can he finish off this final sector? Cruz has had a moment and he's back in the pits, but this could be the first 23. It's a great lap by Pena. It's going to go well into the 23s. The 23.8. Well done from Pena. He's got 6/10 over Tranghese. Medrano goes to third with a 24.5. Jay Davis goes up into fifth, 24.7. Rocky, 24.6. He's moved up into fourth. So apart from that 6.5 tenth of a second lead from Pena, it's very, very tight back behind that. Car field. Devon Anthony's yet to set a time. Medrano's going quicker again. Pena's just lost a little bit on this lap. It's invalidated for Medrano and Tranghese. Just 4.5 minutes left. Right on Cruz for this next lap. He's on an out lap at the moment. He's going to look to get his way up to the top of the order here. Oh, very, very wide of the apex. A big slide through turn 1. Asking a lot of the car, cold tyres. Bit of lag, unfortunately for me, watching a US server from Australia, but it's just struggling a little bit. Looks like it's putting it down to cold tyres. Second lap. This will be the one that he's really needs to set a time on. So he didn't improve on his time. He's just been moved down the order, so Saldana is just going quicker. Oh, that was, yeah, he's just outbraked himself. So Cruz is having a couple of dramas here. Medrano bridged that gap to Pena, and he's on a quick lap here. It's 0.2 quicker. Medrano's just lost a couple of tenths through the middle sectors. It's Pena. Looks like he could go quicker here, and he does. 23.687. Fortunately, Medrano doesn't go quicker there. Pena has extended that gap. So we have a look at Rocky here. Nice new livery on this car. Super tight in the times from Rocky here in 4th all the way down to Russo in 10th. Less than half a second. It's going to be very, very tight throughout this race. Devin Anthony's had a moment there. And he's back in the pit, so that'll be it for him for tonight. It's in qualifying. This will be the last run of laps for these drivers. 44 is the last, will be the last one across the line. So what's that roll? Rocky. What's happened to him here? Oh, he's grabbed the grass on the outside as Pena goes quicker again. 23.5. Oof. That's it for qualifying for Rocky. And Medrano wasn't able to go quicker. Tranghese. So he's on a lap. So he's 9 tenths off pole, which is... Oh, he's just cut the inside corner there. I think that'll be it for qualifying. So, and congratulations to Pena with a huge gap on the field, half a second from Medrano, Tranghese, Cruz, Rocky, DeBow, who's the leader of the silver class, Davis, Saldana, Raymer, Russo, Anthony, Calico, Tillery, Figueroa, and Hart. And looking at the YouTube chat, Sergio, we will get some camera of Figueroa through this one. Don't you worry about that. We'll get some good footage of it. And I'll take a quick break before we come back with the grid for the first race. So it's a sprint round. So we've got a 30-minute race 1 and a 45-minute race 2. So we'll be back shortly. Welcome back as the cars head out on track. We'll have a look at the grid for this race. It was a brilliant pole position from Abner Pena. Medrano in second. Tranghese is third. Gelson Cruz in fourth. Rocco in fifth. Debo in sixth, leader of the silver class. So we will pay close attention to how he goes in amongst this tight group of drivers in the mid-pack. We've got Jay Davis in seventh, Saldana in eighth, Joey Raymer in ninth, Russo in 10th, Devon Anthony 11th, Calico 12th, Tillery 13th, Fraguero in 14th, and Ian Hart rounding out the back of the grid in 15th. Just paying a bit of attention to these cars as they're warming up the tyres for this one. It's going to be interesting coming into turn one, the way the track falls away. As the cars are gridding up here. It's a 30-minute race this one. There is a compulsory pit stop. Tyres are optional, but there is fuel, and the fuel time is set. So it doesn't matter if you put in 1 litre or 100, it's the same amount of time in the pit bay. So we're just getting ready for the green here. And off we go. Good jumps, been pretty clean through turn one so far. So just have a look through turn two. There is contact further back, and that's a car gone round. I think that's Tillery. Devon Anthony, Tillery, Hart and Fraguero were involved in that one. Devon Anthony gets going again now. Just have a quick look at the air. So there's, I think that was Tillery who's gone in quite deep there at turn two. He's just outbraked himself. He's got going again now. Get back to the front of the field. So Pena's got half a second gap over Medrano. Tranghese and Cruz are in a battle together. Oh, Tranghese just runs wide. I think it's going to give good opportunity there for Cruz. He can't get it done. Tranghese had the inside running. It's a bit of a crossover here. Cruz on the inside. Good opportunity to get... He can outbreak the other, and Cruz has got that done. Rocco just behind. Really bunched up. Oh, there's contact. There's more contact. And they've kept their positions. So that was... Initially, I think that was Davis into the back of... Davis into the... No, it was DeBow into the back of... Apologies there. I'll get that right in a second. It was Davis into the back of Rocco, and then had, I think, DeBow made contact with the rear of him after that. It's a big, long train of cars here. It's a pretty exciting start. Within the first 5 minutes of this one. So Medrano and Pena, second and a half between them at the front, and there's about 2.5 seconds back to Cruz. And Tranghese in fourth. Rocky seems quite unfazed after that bit of contact with Davis. And you can see the front of Davis's car. Saldana, what has happened here? He's had it off. Get back and have a look at what has caused this. Is it contact, or did he do this on his own? As Medrano's had a he's just outbraked himself and ran very deep. As Medrano has had a big moment, we're just waiting for this to count down before we can get on and have a look at what's happened to him. Medrano has fallen way down the order. He just grabbed... Oh, he's got a big slide on entry. And he's rolled out of the way. And he held the brakes, he would have ended up in front of all the traffic. That's disappointing. That's given a big break to Pena up in front, and he's done the right thing. He got off, he made sure that he didn't come back in front of anyone's way, waited for the traffic to go through and got going again, but he has lost 10 positions in all of that. So Devon Anthony hasn't recovered from his moment early on, so he's down in 14th. Saldana is trying to recover from his moment on that lap. We've got Medrano just ahead of him. And then we've got Figuero, who's in 11th. He's gained 3 positions from the start of this one. He's just run wide there as we'll have a look up at this battle. As Pena sets the fastest lap of the race with a 23.7. We've got Devon Anthony's just had a moment then. I was giving him that bit of a look, and it's been pretty similar. Yeah, he's just got... Oh, he's He's kept it off the wall, luckily. So Russo had a moment. I think it must be at turn 1. Yeah, he's run very, very deep here. He's lost a couple of positions out of that as well. Mr. Bowes just stalking Rocky here. It's just under a second between them. Trangiesi's doing the same thing to Cruz. Hasn't quite been able to catch up to the back of him. It's the tightest battle on circuit at the moment. Just right on the wing of Calico here. He's got Tillery and Russo pretty close behind, and Medrano's catching them pretty quickly as well. Some of the pit stops are starting. Salvanha has just entered. And that is Hart, who's just... Oh, there's contact. And that was big impact with the wall there for Hart. It's not what you want to see, but we'll go back and have a look. So he's just exited pit lane, I believe. Oh, he's made big contact with the wall up here as well. Yeah. Oh, and that was Russo who had contact. Yeah, that's great. That's Russo and Medrano. Medrano's been turned around, I believe. He's turned himself around. He's got going again, so there's a bit of action on that lap. Trangiesi's very, very close to Cruz here. This battle's been continuing on throughout this race. Trangiesi did make a little mistake, ran wide, and gave Cruz the opportunity to get up the inside of him and get the pass done at turn 1. Back behind them, DeBoe's caught right up under the back of Rocky as well. So keep an eye on both these two battles. watching that battle. Figueroa's had a moment. He has a bit of damage on the front of the car as well. He's just run wide on the exit. He's put his boot into it. He's ended up in the wall. Hasn't lost any spots out of it. He's back going again. Raymer is into pit lane. So Debo leading silver class. It's continuing to keep a pretty close eye on Rocky ahead of him. As Trangizi's run very, very wide there. He's just dropped off the back of Cruz here. As Russo is continuing to try and pull back that time he's lost. So Raymer has completed his stop. So Raymer's in a pretty good position here. He'll move up, their way up the order once his pit stops cycle through. So Trangizi's made up that ground pretty quickly on Cruz then. Oh, Rocky's gone round. Similar spot to a few others. It's just that little... Oh, it's really slow spin for that. That's very unlucky. I almost call that a lazy spin as that's happened. Anthony's just has run wide. Figuero, I think, is letting the car go. He's got that damage on his car fixed. The tower isn't telling all the story at the moment, so we've got Raymer and Tillery who have completed their pit stops as well. And Calico and Anthony in pit lane at the moment. Anthony's just filing through, about to stop. But Trangizi's all over the back of Cruz here. Just under halfway through the race. It's a massive lead out in front for Pena. Oh, Tillery has had a big incident here. He's found himself in the fence. Gets going now. That's really disappointing. We'll have a look. Has he done this one on his own? I believe he has. How's he done it? Oh, he's grabbed the curb on the inside, unsettled the car, and this is going to get on the power. He's just lost control of that one. That's a big disappointment. So he's down in 12th. As Calico's just exited pit lane. So Rocky has pitted as well. But Joey Raymar's made up a spot through his pit cycle. As Russo is in now as well. So this is Medrano, who's the lap car just behind. He's 2 in there. He's 5 seconds down the road from Calico, who's just come out of pit lane. So we've got Davis, DeBow, Tranghese, Cruz and Pena that are yet to pit. With the fixed refueling time, I think it's only an extra 5 seconds to take tyres, but you will have pace. But it's getting to the point in the race where that 5 seconds could be critical with the outcome of the race. As Raymar just sidesteps for, I think he has just let, he does, he just lets Rocco go. No point battling the pro drivers when you're in silver. Collect points and continue on. DeBow pits. He's just coming in. Prediction is that he's going to come out in 5th, just behind Jay Davis. Once these pit stops go through, Tranghese has had contact. Not too sure what's happened there. It must have happened just before that, so apologies for missing that one. I don't think it was much anyway. DeBow still sitting in pit lane. Where's Rocky? Rocky's halfway through the circuit. Just wondering where... Davis has thrown up a white flag somewhere there. So Rocky is gonna get DeBow here, so that's a bit surprising after Rocky's moment early. Has something happened to his DeBow? He was fixing damage or something. That pit stop was a fair bit longer, so maybe he took tyres and you need to. For example, Rocky's pit stop time was a 27 seconds to 30 compared to 36 seconds, so that's where DeBow has lost all that time. As Tranghese in pit lane now, Pena continues on, and Cruz has got a bit of that traffic coming up on here. As Medrano's caught him very, very quickly. Looks like he's going to go for a move here, so this isn't going to work out well for Cruz. Cruz is going to drop a bit of time, while Tranghese is in pit lane. Davis has lost 3 seconds compared to his quickest on this lap. So DeBow is right on the back of Raymer, so that lost times hasn't been great for him as Tranghese exits. Pena is in. As Devon Anthony has not had a great night, he's had another moment. What's happened here? Car's just bounced on the bumps exiting the corner, and as he's got back on the power, he's just lost the rear end, and that's in the fence. So Cruz did pit that lap. Where is Tranghese? Cruz is on the way. So Tranghese had a slow pit stop as well. So there's 8 seconds in the pit stop time between Tranghese and Cruz. So that's where quite a few of these drivers are losing time. Was that damage being fixed? Was it taking tyres? The fuel-only pit stop should be 27, 28 seconds, and there's a lot that'll well into the 30s. So Cruz has managed to get that done. So we're just waiting on one to pit, and that is Jay Davis. So Davis is predicted to come out in 7th position, just behind DeBow. The difference there will be how long that pit stop is. So DeBow is still chasing Ramos. He's lost out a couple of positions through all of this. Still predicted to finish in 6th. It would be a little bit disappointing now that he's actually lost the lead of the silver class to Ramos. It's been a good performance from Ramos. DeBow will be a bit disappointed about that. He was in such a good position. He got ahead of Rocky there. So there's 8 seconds in the pit stop time between Raymer and DeBow, so that's where that gap has come down. So although this is a 30-minute race, the pit stop has been the determining factor with his finishing positions. Oh, DeBow's pushing pretty hard here. He's just ran a bit wide. And the battle for the silver class is where it's at the moment. DeBow's all over him here. It's not over. Oh, he's going to go deep. It's not the place to do it. Not through the final turn unless you get through the inside. It's kind of compromised his run on the straights. He could have had an opportunity to get up the inside at turn 1. And he still does. Raymer just misses the apex and runs wide into the dirt. He's going to have to defend here. What can DeBow do? Maybe there is fresher tyres for DeBow, so this is where they will come in and get this position. It's only a 30-minute race. The tyre drop-off shouldn't be too bad, but fresh set makes a big difference. And as you can see, DeBow caught right up through the corner. flash of the lights to put the car off. It's Davis pit, so that'll cleanse the field now. Final pit stop done. He could come out right in amongst this battle, as Ian Hart has had another moment in the first sector as DeBow just runs wide. This will cost him his chance into the final turn. His best bet is to get a good run down the straight, try and bridge this gap, get through turn 1 well, and then have a look at the inside at turn 2. I don't think he's going to be close enough. Raymer just runs wide and grabs the dirt. Oh, Davis has gone well down the order. It's quite a lengthy pit stop for him. Yeah, that's a 43-second pit stop for Davis, so he's lost out. He's gone back down to 11th, so be a top 5 for one of these two, and the lead of Silver Class. Pro Class lead, Pena, has just smashed this field. 17-second gap, back to Cruz, then Tranghese and Rocky rounding out the top 4. Pena, it's just across the line, so it'll be 2 laps left. Got some lap traffic just ahead of them. This is going to be a good opportunity for DeBow. Can he get up the inside? He's just lost a little bit of momentum as he's got on the power coming out of the last turn. This is the best opportunity here. The lap traffic getting out of the way. Back behind these guys, Russo, Saldana and Medrano are in a bit of a tight battle. Flames flying out the back of the McLaren.
Okay, the leader is on the final lap now.
On the final lap, there's a bit of contact between Saldana and Medrano. They haven't lost any time. Just have a quick look at where this battle here is at. That's so Medrano, Russo. We've got Devin Anthony's had a moment on the exit. Russo has lost a position to Medrano, and there's contact. And Russo's gone round. Have another quick look at this one. Yeah, so that's Saldana's the one that's hit him there.
Okay, the leader is on the final lap now.
I think he's given the Saldana has given the position back, but he's also lost the position to Davis, and Calico's got through as well. So the final lap. As Tranghese has let Rocky go. I'm not too sure what's happening here. Oh, don't tell me Tranghese is going to run out of fuel again. And congratulations to Pena. I just want to catch the last part of this battle between as Calico. I can't even see him. What's happened? He's Calico's gone. That's it from the server. Tranghese's losing more positions. DeBow has opportunity at the last corner, maybe. I don't think he's going to be close enough. Tranghese's run out of fuel and he's in the pits. That is unbelievable. Wow. Congratulations to Pena, Cruz and Rocky for getting on the podium. Great result. Raymer and Debo, great battle. It was really well done to keep that position there. So Raymer, top four. Debo in fifth. These are the leaders of the silver class. Yeah, lots of drama at the end of that one. There's a few bits of those contact late in the race, and I think the final positions of this race will be set. But yeah, Trangizi, I can't believe that. It's not the first time he's run that tight on fuel for the end of the race. Yeah, that's unbelievable. He's in such a good position there. He'd had a great race. So we've got another race to come. It's a double-header, 45 minutes, and yeah, it's going to be an interesting one. The events of this race, anything to go by. There'll be plenty in the next one. In the meantime, I'll take a short break, and I'll be back with the second race.
Green light, green light. Go, go, go.
So we're into the second qualifying session here. So the silver drivers are on track at the moment, again for the 10 minutes. On board with Joey Raymer, who will follow this lap through. Let's see how he's getting on. Such a great performance in the first race. We'll be wanting to continue it. Apologies for the delay in getting back. Needed my own fuel stop. I've got coffee now. I'm back into it. It's quite a late night for me watching the cricket last night. I know for you, for the North American friends here, that doesn't mean all that much, but it's Australia playing England in the Ashes. It's the Super Bowl for us. It's massive. So is this. And Patrick DeBow, towards the end of the silver qualifying session, has got a smashing lap time, a 23.7. That's going to put him right up towards the pointy end of this table. And just for comparison, Joey Raymer with a 24.6. It's a great time. So Ian Hart has managed to set a time and has found himself in the fence. It looked like quite an epic little incident that might have happened to him then. So very similar position to a lot of the others. Oh, he just says he's got on the power there. But we'll go back to the top. So this would be the last lap for DeBow. Raymer is actually just behind him on track. So we'll follow these two around. So come up to Druids. Down the hill to Graham Hill Bend. Into Surtees and head down the back straight. Neither driver has managed to set so Raymer's actually a couple tenths down. DeBow's on track to match his time, so he's thrown up some purple sectors. He's just run wide. That'll be it for him. And it's the same for Raymer. So that's it for the session for these two. Tillery just behind, and the pro drivers exit pit lane. As the man who's pole and win race one. He's the first car out on track. .23.7. It's a hell of a time to beat. Track temp has come down, which does aid with grip levels, but does mean that you need to have a set of tyres that are up to temp and pressure to nail the lap. Very solid lap from Pena. Again, he's going to be the man to beat. It's going to be pretty tough, although that lap that Debo's thrown down early, that's going to put a bit of pressure on these guys to try and beat that. And he's a tenth slower than Debo, so that goes to show that lap, how good that was. But I'm expecting these guys to bring these times down. It's not always the first lap, but it was also a great lap there by Trangizi, who is only half a tenth slower than Pena. It's a good showing from Trangizi. He's be a bit fired up after running out of fuel in that first race. Pena's pushing here, he's a couple of tenths up as he runs wide, and that invalidates that lap. Back behind him, Trangizi's still on it. Medrano's on it as well for his lap, so he's 5 tenths up. He was throwing up some purples in that as well, so he's on it. His times are going to come down. Medrano touch and go. He's going to be Medrano. Oh, he goes to third. 100th of a second. Pena, even though that lap was invalidated, it was a 23.4. So that's the time. Will we see a 22 here from this man Pena? So he's half a second up, 6 tenths up already. As he just heads down the back straight. He just runs wide again. It's still on this lap. It's 3 tenths. Runs a bit tighter through Westfield. Dingle dangle and into Sheens. It's pretty solid. So he's 5 tenths quicker. This is going to be a hell of a lap. He's finishing it off. What's it going to be? It is a 23.3. That is a great lap. It was good to watch as well. Medrano and Trangizi both invalidated their laps. Trangizi's in pits. Gelson Cruz, it's a bit surprising. Been surprised by his pace here. It's obviously not suited for the Porsche. So far, he's down in 7th. It's all pretty tight from Rocco in 5th down to Anthony in 11th. It's all half a second. Anthony and Davis get to set real representative laps, although saying that, Davis moves up. Cruz is up 8 tenths here. So he's obviously heard me. He's definitely pushing on this one. Can he hold? He's got Medrano up ahead of him. So exits the last turn. Does he get a little bit too wide? I think this is going to be a quick lap actually. This is going to go to second. He does too. That's the pace I've been expecting from Cruz. And he's shown it. Debo moves down to 3rd. Good lap from Cruz. Just under 2/10 from pole. Two minutes left in this session. It's been an exciting one. This is good. Jay Davis improves, but not enough to gain a position. There's only 2/10 on that lap. So Medrano, he is on a PB so far. It's about a 10th in it. It's pretty tight. Trangizi is as well. Trangizi's just set out on his last. Might get another flying lap. Medrano does improve, so pushes DeBow down a position. As Medrano did improve, and he's only a 10th off Cruz here. He's only a couple of tenths off Pena. Pena's pretty even on this particular lap, matching his previous times. He may have time to get another lap in here. And Medrano's invalidated his lap, so that'll be it for him, I believe. I don't think he'll have enough time. Pena will have time to get another lap in here. He's actually going to match. He improves it. Only just, and that'll be it for him. So we go to Gelson Cruz. Medrano's crossed the line. That'll be it for him. Cruz needs to find a couple of tenths here. Can he do it? Trangizi's on a lap as well. He's not. He's matching his previous time. Cruz is down half a second here. I don't think you will find enough to push Pena off top. Trangizi's just ahead of Cruz on track. He'll be the first one across the line out of these two. Cruz won't improve. Trangizi is touch and go. He's got to find a 10th and a half. Can he get that done? He does improve. It's not enough. He will start in 5th. So congratulations to Pena. It's a lot tighter at the top of the order for this next race. And congrats to DeBow for that great time that he's done. So he'll start 4th, leader of the silver class. And we'll get ready for the start of this next race. We'll take a quick break and we'll be back for the grid. Welcome back. As the car set off on the formation lap, we will have a look at the grid for this second and final race. 45 minutes, and it is at night, so this will be absolutely spectacular, this one. As we go have a look at the grid, Pena starting from pole position with that brilliant time in qualifying, followed by Cruz. This is the sort of time that I thought we might have seen in the first race. Medrano third, he'll be looking to come back after the disappointment of the first race. Debo, great time from the silver driver. Again, he would be a little bit disappointed about how that first race finished up. He was looking to make amends. Tranghese, as it's always dramas with Tranghese as he's run under the grass on the formation lap. Ran out of fuel in the first one. He'll be looking to get rid of that issue and put that behind him. Hopefully set his calculations to race fuel plus a lap. Saldana, again, someone who will be a bit disappointed about that first race, looking to make amends. Rocky, it's a good finish on the podium in race 1. See how he goes in race 2, starting from 7th. Jay Davis just behind him. Has caught up with a bit of drama in that first one. We've got Raymer. It's a great performance from him, leader of the silver class in the first race. Tillery. Anthony has had a disappointing round. Then we've got Russo, Fraguero and Calico rounding out the rear of the field as the cars get ready for the start of this one. Which is coming on to the straight. Getting ready for the green light here.
Green light, go, go, go.
There we go, we are off. The cars look absolutely magnificent. Has a few moves early, bit of juggling of position. A few cars moving in towards the braking zone. There's a bit of contact. They get through. Yes, they do. I think it's been pretty tidy for this start of this one. There's a few little bits of contact, I think, through the field. But Pena and Cruz leading us away. It's relatively tight. Raymer's lost a position to Anthony further back. So these cars are getting through okay. There's a bit of jostling for position. Back behind, that's Raymer. And Tillery. They've got through there. There's back behind there. There's Pena. Pena's had a moment. I think there's contact. He's going again, but I think there was contact between Pena and Cruz. What has happened here? We'll have to get the full story of this one. So Cruz has got a good run on him. He's gone look to make a position, and there's contact. He's been turned around. Oh wow! What a start for this one. So Medrano is actually leading the race. That's the point. And there might have been a bit of a drama for Debo further on from that. So he got passed by Tranghese through all of this. Wow, what drama for the start of this one. Race 2 does not disappoint. So Pena's going to have a lot of work to do to come back on this one. We know how fast he is. As Calico has made a has had a drama himself. What's happened to him here? We are missing one driver's dropped out. I think that's Hart. But Calico, oh, he's done that on his own. He's grabbed a bit of the grass in the exit and he's just spun him around. Just having a look at, that's Russo there. So Medrano about to cross the line. So that's lap 2 done. Setting the pace so far. Cruz half a second behind. And Tranghese second behind though, so he's running third. DeBow further second back. We've got Saldana, Rocky, and Jay Davis. These cars do look magnificent at night. And that's Russo's gone round. At Surtees, what has happened to him here? So he's fallen to the back of the field. He's done this on his own. Oh, he's just run deep, way too deep, and he spun that around. And he has struggled as he's tried to get that back on track. Yeah, it's a bit of a disaster trying to get that back on again. Anthony's lost a bit of time there. Saldana is all over the back of Rocky here. We'll go on board and see what it's like at night around Brands Hatch. Saldana has actually dropped off further from Rocky here, and he's Jay Davis will be looking to get in on this. Pena's on the back of this train of cars, and he's made up a position on Figueroa. He's got Devon Anthony just ahead of him. There's a bit of a gap after Davis. So Raymond's just dropping off as a silver driver. It's not unexpected. And he may not have the pace to match it with these pro drivers ahead of him. Oh, Saldana's going to hold on to it there. He's just punched that curb and it's just bounced the car. Lucky to hold on to it. There's a lot of dirt being kicked up by these cars ahead. Look at Pena here, he's trying to make these positions back. Oh, as that's Anthony just runs wide on the entry to the front straight. Big long curving straight. As Davis is caught right up to the back of Saldana here. As it's all really quite tight. There's a few groupings of cars, so the top three are covered by 2 seconds. Then there's 2 seconds back to DeBow. He's really not far off. And he's got Rocky just behind him with this trio behind DeBow that we're watching now. So there's a couple of seconds, 3 seconds back to Raymer. Tillery and Pena has caught right up to the back of Tillery here. It's a good little battle to watch this as Pena makes his way through the field. You just see there, you can hear it, he's delayed getting on the throttle as he's bounced over that curb. Medrano sets the fastest lap of the race. It just slightly pulls a gap on Cruz, so it's 1.5 seconds. So Pena, stuck in a bit of traffic, is a second a lap slower than the lead driver. So you can tell as he's going for a move. He has got that done. That's a nice, solid move there from Pena. And he's 2 seconds up the road to Raymer. It's all pretty close amongst the top 7 drivers. Ten minutes into this one as Medrano runs wide. That's at Sheens where a lot of drivers have had dramas. I think he had dramas in the first race as well at that same spot. What damage does that do? It's not so bad. He's just dropped 7 or 8 tenths to Cruz. So while these cars are all in this train and they're not really quite close enough to be battling or making moves, there's a few cars that are able to catch up to the back of Raymer. It's 2 seconds behind Davis now, with Pena catching him pretty quickly. So this long train of 7 cars quite easily become 8 or 9. Medrano is just edging that gap out a bit now to Cruz. And Cruz has got Trangizi just behind him. So these guys were trading fastest laps. It's a fair ebb and flow the times here. DeBoe's had a moment. And he's got Rocky right behind him. Rocky was looking for a move. Oh, DeBoe's run wide. This is going to give Rocky the chance to get the inside. Heading into Druids. And he does. He's got that done. It's a nice decisive move there by Rocky. And as soon as that started happening, that little battle, they dropped a couple of seconds to the car ahead. DeBoe almost lost it on the exit of Surtees, so he's having a few dramas at this point. He's just moving further and further into the clutches of these pro drivers behind. So Davis and Raymer are right in there as well. Well, DeBoe has had another moment, and it's going to continue on here. Saldana is looking for this move. There was contact there. Oh, and that's... Yeah, so DeBoe is going to lose. He's going to move right to the back of this train of cars here. Oh, it continues on though. There's still plenty happening. That's Raymer. That's Pena. Pena's up here already. So Pena's going to get the move made on Raymer. It's probably a smart move just to let him go. That's not really the battle that they're in. Doesn't matter about the points for difference. If a pro driver passes you here, he's in the battle with DeBoe for the silver race. And Raymer's just dropped off slightly on this lap. Saldana's had a moment. Davis has got by him. Davis runs wide himself. DeBoe's looking for a move here as well. Pena's right in it. Raymer's caught right up. It's less than a second amongst these four. Davis just had a big bit of oversteer. While this is happening, Calico has gone round at Westfield. He's just going again now. Raymer pits, smart move. Get out of that train of cars, get some clean air. Oh, Bootsy Calico has had another moment as Pena gets by DeBoe. It's right on the back of Saldana here. While these cars are battling, I think Rocky's had a moment somewhere. No, it's okay. Oh, there's this. As I've looked away, Pena's had a moment. Saldana has had a moment as well. We'll have another look at what's happened here. So Pena's gone to get up the inside, and there's a bit of contact as he's just slowing up to try and get the car turned in. Cruz has gone round. I would say this is at Sheen's. Or was it contact with Trangizi? Going to need to have a close look at this one. Oh, he's just slid around and there was contact. So it was at Sterling's, not at Sheen's. So Cruz lost quite a few positions out of that one, and he has pitted. So Pena managed to get by DeBoe. So Raymer pitted. Russo's pitted. Cruz is in pit lane at the moment. Just wondering what damage he's got in that car. As Pena is chasing down Saldana here. So Trangizi, just try and see what damage is on the front of that car. After that bit of contact, but he's dropped off even further from Medrano. So Medrano's got a 5-second lead over the field here. 15 minutes into the race. Rocky's comfortably in third at the moment. He's 4 seconds behind Trangizi. Saldana pits. DeBoe continues on. So Pena is in fifth here. He's got some clear track ahead of him to Jay Davis. So Cruz pitting, and after his moment, looks like he's going to... He'll come out somewhere around fourth, I believe. Joey Raymer, who's pitted as well. Prediction is that he's about ninth. He's been pretty close with a few drivers there. Interesting to see the pace of Pena now that he's got that bit of clean air. Something's happened to Pena here. He's had a moment on track. Oh, he's turned around at Sheen's. It's all that hard work that he's done. He's dropped down a few positions. So DeBow and Chillery and Anthony all got by him then. He was doing such a good job. He might have just had a bit of a drama, overheating his tyres or just pushing too hard. Drano is just continuing on his merry way. Jump on board with him, see his view. This very, very dark, Brands Hatch circuit. Pretty difficult to see braking markers and a couple of these blind crests. Tough to see apexes, tough to see your markers. He's doing a very, very good job so far as he continues on. So Pena is out and he's dropped behind. In fact, that's Pena just ahead of the leader. So we're getting blue flags here, so he's going to lose out even further. Unless he can get away from Medrano here, but this is always a bit of a drama when you've got an early pit stop like this after a drama. So after the pit stops, we've got a fair battle here. Raymer, Tillery and Saldana. It's just been another good showing by Raymer. But he's got Tillery behind him, another silver driver, and then Saldana who's in pro. Tillery is in again. I thought he had already completed his pit stop. Is this a drive-through or is... Looks like he's stopping here. He is. I thought he'd already got his pit stop done. Just on board with Davis, so he's a couple of seconds behind Rocky as... Yeah, it's a bit odd for what's happening to Tillery there. Maybe he's... Let's see. There was a stop go 30, so unfortunately the software I'm using doesn't show up the in-game penalties, but so that's, yeah, big disappointment for Tillery. As Pena's had to let Medrano go here. Oh, it's Medrano has a moment. And he's gone round. Wowee. There is no end of dramas in this race. That was at Sheen's. There's been plenty of moments throughout this race. I would say he's grabbed the inside curb, he's grabbed the outside, the grass on the outside, and it's turned him around. As he's tried to hold it, it's just flicked him. And he's going to be in here, so that moves Tranghese up to the lead. And Rocky into second. So Raymer has got Saldana just behind him. And that battle continues on. Freguero is up into fourth position. This is good going from him. Even though these pit stops still a bit to play out, still good to see him at the top end of the table. just past the halfway point of the race as Russo has gone off at the entry into Hawthorn. Pena, fastest lap of the race. Not surprised by that at all, but he's got this hard work to do. Rocky's in, Davis goes to second, makes his way past. So Gelson Cruz, prediction I've got is that Gelson will come out around third or fourth once these pit stops cycle's done. Again, the race could be determined by these pit stop times. Guerrero has pitted as well. Keep an eye on Rocky. Where's Cruz at this point? Rocky's away. Cruz is coming onto the straight here, so it's going to be a lot tighter than I thought. And it is. So that was all pit stop time. Rocky with a reasonably slow pit stop. That was 35 seconds. I'm wondering if he must have taken tyres in as well. So Cruz moves through. As Guerrero is out, he's come out in 11th. So Tillery after that stop-go 30 has found himself at the rear of the field. Medrano and DeBow in a bit of a battle here. Pena's got by on Raymer. He's quickly catching Saldana here. So that great start from Medrano, that little mistake. He's got to make his own comeback as well. As he's going to make the move into Druids, he's got that done. It's very well done, and DeBow moves down to 6th. So we're just waiting on Davis and Tranghese to make their pit stops. It's going to be reasonably tight between Tranghese, Cruz and Rocky here. I think that Cruz is going to do enough here to get the lead back, even after his spin early, but it's going to be pretty tight, I suspect. But Cruz is just finding his groove here. He's just gapped Rocky. It's been a really good night for Rocky. Still 20 minutes or 18 minutes left, so I want to curse him here. Tranghese is in, so fuel plus fuel to the finish plus a lap, Tranghese. I really do hope so. Pena all over the back of Saldana here. He's going to get this done. And he does. Into Surtees, it's a good move there. Saldana will come back, but I don't think he'll have the pace. Cruz just coming up to the start of the final sector. Trangizi's still got another 15 seconds in the pits. Cruz. Trangizi's out. Cruz is going to get this done. Where's Rocky? Trangizi had a very, very slow stop. That was 40 seconds in pits. I'm not sure what's happened here. But he's lost out further. He's in 5th. Not expecting that. We'll have a look at the last stop length and you can see that Trangizi 65 seconds in pits. Compare that to Cruz at 57 seconds. That was a very, very slow stop. He stopped in the box for an extra 7 seconds, so that's where that gap has gone. As Medrano runs wide. And can Trangizi get the job done? Just backs off slightly. It's a safe thing to do. There was something I missed in all that. Jay Davis is actually pitted. Davis has come out in the lead, so he had a 27-second stop, and that's 8 seconds quicker than the rest. So maybe he hasn't taken tyres as he's looked to get track position. The others have taken tyres. With 15 minutes left, it's got to be defensive, be very, very smooth if that's the case. Be at the shortest pit stop of the lot by 7 seconds, and he was stopped in the box. So this is going to tighten really, really quickly. But with the dramas we've already seen, Pena, who's in 7th, isn't that far off the lead. Oh, what's happened to Rocky? Rocky's in the wall. Oh, no. Similar position to a lot of others. Saldana, I think, at the similar spot has gone round. And there's a couple other cars that have stopped on track as well. So what's happened to Rocky here? Oh no, that is disastrous for him. He was having a really, really good night. Have a look at what happened to Saldana. Similar deal. Yeah, he's taken too much of the apex curb. That's spun him around. As he's gone back, he hasn't held the brakes, and he's hit the wall further back. So Medrano, after his dramas, is up into 3rd. Trangizi's into 4th. Rocky's continuing on. He's in 5th, and he's got Pena right behind him. I don't think he'll be able to hold Pena back with a damaged car like that. Something happened on that lap then as well. Devin Anthony has had a spin and got going again just then. Oh, what's happened to Medrano? He's gone round at the same spot. Oh no, he's going to get going again here. So how's he done this one? Same deal. He's tried to correct it and he's lost it, the slow spin. And as he's tried to get going, he's ended up in the fence. So that's moved Pena up to 4th. Cruz just got by around the outside at Druids, and he does. And he holds it too. Well done, Cruz. That is a great move. To Davis. Trangi's not far behind here either with Pena. He's got Rocky following him on. So DeBow has moved up to 6th. He's got Medrano a couple seconds behind him, or 6 seconds behind him, and then Raymer, the other silver class. So we've lost another driver from the server. This is a tough one, that is for sure. Still plenty to play out, just over 10 minutes left. So Davis, who I suspect did not take tyres, trying to get some track position. He's done a good job of it. But with 10 minutes to go, his lap times are going to be up to, his ultimate pace will be up to a second slower. So that's, Cruz is gapped quite quickly. They've got Pena back behind them, catching them very, very quickly. See how quickly Trangizi catches Davis here. It's just the spot to do it. Don't try and look up the inside here. He backs out of it. All the while, Pena behind. He's catching these two, and Cruz is pulling away. We'll have a look at the lap times from these drivers at the end of this one. Pretty telling. So 24.7 for Cruz, 25.9 for Davis. So that's, yeah, that tells me he hasn't got a fresh set of boots like these other drivers. Back behind them is a 24.2 to Pena. So they're going to catch Pena's. They're going to have Pena catching them very, very quickly. Rocco with his damage has dropped off a couple of seconds further. As Pena just runs wide as Trangizi just gets that done. It's a good move. He telegraphed that he was going to go for the move, and Davis gave him space, although he was running wide. And from here we'll see the pace of Trangizi as he tries to hunt down Cruz. So Pena, well, compare the times between Pena and Cruz on that previous lap, and there's 9/10 in it. Davis has had a moment, I think. Yeah, he has, just at Druids, just late in the race, set of tyres. Oh, there's a bit of contact there as he's trying to get back on. So Pena moves up to 3rd. 6 seconds off the lead. He would need to really pull something out of the bag here. Needs to be about 1.5 seconds, 2 seconds a lap quicker than the cars ahead. As Trangizi setting pretty good pace on this lap. Medrano's on the back of DeBow here. Drama-filled race for Medrano. Such a great first stint. He's controlling the race, had a good gap, and just a couple of moments, and he finds himself back in 7th, battling with the silver driver, trying to get another position late in the race. Oh, he's going to go up the inside at turn 1, and that is DeBow's gone round. We'll have to have another look at that because I think there might have been a bit of contact. And he's got Raymer right there with him now. Oh, it might have been a... Oh, he might have done that on his own, trying to give gap, but... As Raymer comes in, saw the yellow flag waving. This is right on the back of DeBow. So this battle has switched over from the first race. Raymer's trying to hunt down DeBow. Not sure if he'll have the pace to be able to match it with him, but... And he's gonna, there's a contact, there is, and they've both gone round. Oh, I don't believe it. Oh, and that's all sorts going on. Saldana and Anthony get by. Pena sets the fastest lap of the race. What has happened? So, DeBow's very deep. Yeah, that's not great contact. And DeBow struggled to get that car around. I think he's still stuck on the circuit somewhere. He got going. Oh, he's still having dramas trying to get the car on track. And DeBow's back going again now. The front of the field. Tranghese caught right up to the back of Cruz here. We've got Tillery just behind them, and then they've got Pena. Pena, lightning speed, although Tranghese was only 0.3 slower on that last lap. Tranghese's on it here with 3 laps to go. That's more than enough time to have Pena right on the back of them if they keep battling like this. Oh, Tranghese's just run wide. But Cruz is struggling a bit here. I wonder if is there damage or... Just had DeBow had another moment just then. He's back going again. Tranghese is all over the back of Cruz. Pena's right there with him, second in it. What a comeback from Pena. Rocky's caught up to the back of Davis very quickly here as well. So Tranghese was going to look to the inside at Druids, but he's just had a bit of an oversteer moment at the exit of turn 1. Exciting finish to this race. Tranghese needs to get this move done on Cruz, otherwise he's going to come under serious pressure. from Pena. Pena's going to look to make a move on him. If he can't get it done, any mistakes here will be very, very costly. Cruz looks to defend. This is the block on Tranguise is going to give Pena a crack here. Oh, Pena's in the grass. Does he hold it? He does. Oh, lucky. And he doesn't lose much time. Tranguise has. He's lost time to Cruz. Davis has had a moment. What's happened to him here? That's on the exit. Exit of Sterling, so he's lost those positions to Rocky and Medrano. So last lap of the race. Druids, there's no position changes yet. They're pushing hard. Oh, it's Davis has gone right at turn 1. These guys battling it out. Here we go. It's not too many positions. They can get this pass done. Tranguise's just lost out a little bit too much to Cruz here. I don't think he's going to be close enough to get a move done. Unless there's a moment through this sector. This is where everyone's been having troubles. Tranguise and Pena lost out, so Pena's got pretty close through this final sector. 1 corner to go. I don't think it's close enough for any of them to make a move. Cruz takes the checkered flag.
The leader has finished the race.
Congratulations. Tranguise in second, good comeback after the first race. Pena, good comeback from being at the back of the field after lap one, I believe. Rocky in 4th, Medrano, Davis, Saldana. Wasn't without his dramas in this one either. Raymer, a few instances we looked at after this race, and that one between Raymer and DeBow, I would say, would be looked at. Anthony Figueroa will round out the top 10. Tillery has crossed the line. He's in 12th. And Figueroa heads just about to head across the line, and the last car to cross will be DeBow. He'll be very disappointed with this one. But congratulations to Gelson Cruz for the win. Tranguise in second, and Pena rounding out the podium. And Raymer, the leader of silver class of both races. And yeah, I'm sure there'll be a lot to be looked at after this one. But yeah, very, very entertaining round. Looking forward to the next one. And enjoy the rest of your weekend. Have a good week. And I'll see you same time next weekend.